Many of us know someone who's been in a financial crisis. Sometimes fires or forces of nature take entire homes. Other times layoffs happen. We may even know some students who struggle to keep their grades up in school, or former alcoholics and drug abusers who struggle in their sobriety. These are everyday problems that no one likes to acknowledge, but they exist and are happening every day in your own community. In Mississippi, according to the Chronicle of Philanthropy, 63,800 people are employed by nonprofit organizations. That's 63,800 people who are reaching out and touching lives on a regular basis, helping strengthen their communities, and by extension, making Mississippi a happier and healthier place to live in. Because communities have an array of different problems and needs, more individuals should aid in a nonprofit organization like United Way in order to help their mission in transforming lives. I will be elaborating on some common struggles most communities are afflicted by, how these problems can be solved, and how United Way helps bridge the gap between these problems and their solutions. First, I would like to address the education system. In Mississippi, according to the Center of Comprehensive School Reform and Improvement, it is perfectly legal for 27 students to be assigned to one teacher per class period. In high schools and middle schools, the average classes average to be about 7 a day. This number can go up to 150 students per day per teacher. It's 150 students for one person, 150 questions for one person to answer every day, and then address their curriculum at hand. And if that wasn't enough for teachers, they're also under extreme pressure to make sure these students turn out certain test scores. In Mississippi, the government gives out funding to schools based on their exam scores. Vance Hive, the Journal of Education and Thought, says much of the teacher's time has become obligated to training for a test. And the San Francisco Chronicle says that this has virtually transformed the concept of education, turning teaching and learning into mere exercise in prepping students to test well. This is called teaching to the test. This is teaching kids to how to take an exam and sit and think about just an exam, not teaching them necessarily skills that they can take forward in everyday life. Communities also have to face financial problems. Natural disasters and layoffs hurt people very much. As far as natural disasters go, women, people with unreliable employment, low-income families, older adult women in poverty, and less than average incomes have extreme problem getting housing loans. So if natural disasters come through, these people who make a large chunk of communities have nowhere to go and no way to buy or fix their homes. According to Recovery Connection, in the address of addiction in Mississippi, the number of meth lab seizures in Mississippi from 2007 to 2009 increased 334%. That's 155 cases in 2007, increased to 673 cases of meth lab seizures in 2009. 673 meth labs in Mississippi at that time. And that's just meth. And that's not other drugs. These are all causing addiction in Mississippi residents. Not to mention things like tobacco. This is going to trickle down and make a lot of people addicted, which means a lot of people need recovery, and people who have recovered need help staying sober. These problems cannot be stopped from occurring in the first place, as they are now. However, what we choose to do with these problems will help save lives. To address the education system, one thing we can do is start teaching instead of prepping. One-on-one study time with students, whether it be in the home or just from people in the community or tutoring, can help kids. One-on-one sitting down time and engaging with these students shows them that they are important and their education is important. Every student has problems in certain subjects. If they can't go home and teach themselves when their teachers are too busy and they can't ask their parents, they need to sit down with tutors and volunteers to help them study and learn how they study best. And as far as homes go and destruction of homes from natural disasters, the only thing we can really do is donate and help rebuild. However, for people who are laid off and have financial problems because of job layoffs, we can help them learn new skills and become more marketable in future jobs so that they can impress future employers. Also, we can teach them how to budget better and have better housing costs. These many different issues can be organized and carried out all by one organization. United Way does not focus on one problem, they direct their attention to any problem that arises in each community that they are set. In United Way, in each of their centers, they offer tutoring to children. Kids are able to come to specific locations in order to study the areas that they lack in. Usually, volunteers are teachers, or former students that have been in these situations before, giving kids someone to relate to and show that they are cared for, and they are taught appropriately. And it is also true in Mississippi that if you're a drug abuser or an alcoholic and you feel like you're going to relapse or harm yourself, no one can legally help you. The only thing that we can do is talk. When individuals are ready to make a change, United Way offers counseling and aid in rehabilitation. When these individuals are clean, they can proceed to join free group meetings and even help focus their attention on something by helping others in the program or even working at United Way. Keeping their minds focused on something helps them from relapsing, and if they feel that they are going to relapse or do something, they can call people on these hotlines that have been in the exact same place they have been. As far as finances go, donations of money and items received from the generous public to United Way enable them to help victims of destruction start again. United Way even partners with certain banks to set up free checking accounts for those who qualify and offer workshops to help them save money and budget. Many individuals that are laid off usually lack a certain skill or education, while other more efficient workers are allowed to stay. United Way offers counseling and helps set up paths for success, teaching these individuals new skills, aiding in tuition costs, and make the individual more marketable for future jobs. United Way even partners with FamilyWise. This is a program that offers information on prescription medications. Many people don't understand that their prescriptions have a generic form somewhere out there. In FamilyWise, all you do is go to the United Way website, type in your zip code, type in the medication that you require, and it automatically generates a list of pharmacies, the generic form of your medicine, and how much each pharmacy charges for that medicine. No insurance. This helps the elderly and the poor afford the medications that they desperately need. By teaching the community and sharing knowledge, it becomes united and stronger. In conclusion, I've discussed with you a few big problems that every community has. The education system is not set up to aid struggling students. Addictions and natural disasters are going to occur, and there will always be individuals who lose their jobs for one reason or another. Because every community suffers from financial difficulties, struggling education, organizations like United Way have become a force in setting these individuals on a new path in life. There comes a point in every life when you need help. If you live in Forest, Lamar, Marion, or Perry County, United Way can help you in your community. To donate to United Way, you can visit their website at www.unitedwaysems.org. If you have no money to spare, you can offer something even more important. You can offer your time. By volunteering, you can make a difference in someone's life and show that you care by having one-on-one connection with a person in need. However, if you don't have extra funds or items to donate and your time is limited, you can still help United Way by becoming an advocate. Just by spreading the word, liking them on social media, can help them spread their message and change lives. Personally, I was very grateful when a nonprofit organization helped me and my family in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Thank you.